Here is another way we program for sales. Optimizing your news and information to boost revenue from existing assets. And if the little voice in your head is saying news and information, I'm a music station. Not so fast. Swifties don't need FM to hear Taylor. She's already on their phones and a lot of other places. Here, looking the part of a university professor teaching media studies, is veteran radio programmer David Bernstein. He has managed some of the biggest talk stations in America, and listen to where he gets his music.
I have apps that include Pandora, YouTube Music, TuneIn, SiriusXM, Radio Garden, iTunes, Spotify, Django, Apple Music, Spreaker, Live by Live, iHeart Music, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. And that's for somebody who listens to a lot of talk radio.
Yeah.
But when I want music, I want what I want to get. And I'm going to more likely get it from there than from any place else.
Regardless of your format, you need hooks, information elements that enhance your top-of-mind awareness. You will sound local, and different than your robotic competition, be it another FM station that's just mailing it in with voice tracking, or all those other places where David gets his music. Information elements are premium sponsorship inventory. They can make a bank, an insurance agent, or some other local service business sound blue chip because they own the weather or the news or some other information hook. You will add occasions of tune-in if you are known for information. Example, even with the weather on smartphones now, any station can be the weather station and invite occasions of tune-in. And we build this into the station imaging, telling listeners how to use us. Keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road. I grabbed this shot at the Consumer Electronics Show. Research from IBM. The number one reason people watch local news on TV is the weather. It's a hook. And the reason it's so popular is because the weather has gotten crazy everywhere. And anything can happen at any moment. So owning weather in the listener's mind has value. Explain that systematically, repeatedly, relentlessly in your imaging. Whatever the weather, you'll hear it here, first thing in the morning, and throughout the hour, throughout your busy day. Offer the benefit in user-friendly terms that sound helpful. And if you think the weather's getting crazy, listen to the news. You remember Catherine Herridge from her years on Fox News, and she is now the investigative reporter on CBS News. And as they do at year-end, looking back and looking ahead, she had a dark prediction for this new year.
Well, mine's a little dark. I just feel a lot of concern that 2024 may be the year of a black swan event. This is a national security event with high impact that's very hard to predict. There are a number of concerns that I have that factor into that. Not only this sort of enduring heightened threat level that we're facing, the wars in Israel, also Ukraine. And we're so divided in this country in ways that we haven't seen before. And I think that just creates fertile ground for our adversaries like North Korea, China, and Iran. And that's what concerns me most.
It's only prudent to assume that listeners are wondering what next. So, for example, if you are an affiliate, remind them that you're Fox News in the car. That's the source they trust. And here's how we're doing it at one of my client stations. We have sold a Fox News title sponsorship to a local law firm. He gets 10 seconds in the legal ID at the top of the hour.
Now a Fox News update, powered by the Cummings Law Firm. Strength and honor, personalized. On Connect FM, WCED Du Bois.
And because the Fox News headlines on the half hour begin at 30 seconds past 30 minutes after the hour, we have sold him a 30-second promo that backs up right into those Fox News headlines.
What just happened? We'll tell you every half hour. With so much changing so quickly now, we've doubled down on Fox News. Hear a quick update at the top and bottom of the hour. Here, powered by the Cummings Law Firm. Business, estate planning, and real estate law. Voted best law firm in the Tri-County area. In downtown Clearfield by the courthouse. The Cummings Law Firm. Strength and honor personalized.
It pays to know your audience, because if you can offer information hooks that are relevant to people who use your music format, you will seem like more than just a jukebox or a stream. And information hooks can bond you to listeners even if you're not their favorite kind of music.
In Springfield, Illinois, we had a listener, a female, probably 40 to 50 years old, who told us that although the country station, our country station, was in fact her favorite station, it was not always her favorite station. That the station across town was actually the station that she preferred the most, and it was because of the relationship that she had with the morning show. But that morning show left, that morning team left, and she felt abandoned by her radio station, her favorite radio station, and then she discovered our morning team on our country station. She wasn't a country listener. She really wasn't. But what she was looking for was a relationship with a group of people every morning that she could relate to, and that was her station. So she then sampled us, fell in love with our morning team, and is now a P1 of the station. And to me, the thin slice out of that whole story was the relationship that that listener had with our people, with those folks that deliver the content every morning, was so important that when she lost that individual relationship, she gave up on the radio station.
It
Powerful
wasn't
stuff.
just the music format.
It was not just the music format.
Now it's off to the food court at the shopping mall, or perhaps that Saturday luncheon at the end of each aisle at Costco, where there are free samples on a toothpick. This is an imaging technique that we employ at my client stations to actually give them a free sample of content in the station imaging. Again, using Fox News as an example, if you're an affiliate, you have access to this website where Fox News offers all their audio. And here's a line I invite you to rip off, because it plays to the uncertainty that our listeners feel. We have our imaging voice saying, because there's so much at stake, because these are not normal times, stay close to the news. And Fox has already done your homework for you by picking out sound bites that we're using in 30-second promos such as these.
We need to have a merit-based immigration system. We have 6 million open jobs in this country. We cannot have great economic growth at 4 or 5% if we don't fill those jobs.
There's so much at stake.
So let's see which jobs we have open, who has skills to fill them, and let's give people a legal way to come to this country to help our economy.
Stay close to the news. 96.7 and 99.7 FM and 1420 AM on Alexa, on your smartphone, and on your computer at connectradio.fm.
Culex mosquitoes are the type that can carry West Nile, and while they typically make up a small portion of the mosquito population early in the summer, they're out early this year.
Have you heard?
If there's ever a summer to be careful, it's this one.
Stay close to the news. On air at 96.7 and 99.7 FM and 1420 AM on Alexa, on your smartphone. We're in the App Store and Google Play, and on your computer at connectradio.fm.
Because we live in an on-demand culture, it only makes sense to repurpose your on-air content to invite digital engagement. Said another way, it's a crying shame if you have, for instance, a great interview, but it was only available to people who happen to be listening in real time. That's why we excerpt shows into podcast-length audio bites that we post online, that we tout on social media, etc. Here's an example.
Who killed Holly Casano?
This is a very unusual case.
It's Champaign County's most disturbing unsolved mystery. Somebody saw something. Can you help keep this case from going cold?
No matter how small the tip might be, we would rather follow up on 20 things that lead us nowhere than to miss the one that gets us where we need to be.
I'm Stevie J. To hear how you can help, listen to my interview with Champaign County Sheriff Dan Walsh at myconnectfm.com.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. And if you think radio has challenges, how would you like to be a TV station, a local network affiliate? Perhaps you're an NBC station, and your network is using your air to say, watch Peacock. Or maybe you're an ABC affiliate, and your network is using your air to say, watch Disney Plus. Or maybe you're a CBS affiliate, and your network is telling your viewers via your transmitter, watch Paramount Plus. So TV needs all the help it can get. And like radio, we both wish we had more money for off-air promotion. We'll come back to that. Weather is a huge opportunity to buddy up with a TV station. Perhaps their meteorologist can voice your forecast, a very common technique. And in most markets, radio news is outstaffed by TV news. They have more reporters out there covering things than radio can afford to. And there is value to the TV station from their reporters being heard on your air. They have a couple of competitors themselves, and you identify them as a news source when they are your news source for a breaking story. So as you explore synergies with a TV station, ask if you can have dibs on their people. Even if you can't use them live, may you pick audio off the TV newscast. War story from my years managing WTOP, the all-news station in Washington. We were the CBS radio affiliate, and the CBS TV affiliate is the former WTOP TV. It's now WUSA, owned separately. But many people think we're still siblings, and we had a handshake agreement with Channel 9 that we could grab whatever we want off their air and play it in our newscast as long as we said the words Channel 9. True story. The news director from their competitor, NBC4, came into my office and said, I don't care if you grab our audio and don't even say it's Channel 4. Will you just stop saying Channel 9? We decided to maintain the alliance with Channel 9, and if you can just run a DVR on all of your TV partners' newscasts, you can pick off audio bites, and it's a win-win-win. Your listeners win because they heard the story. You win because they heard it on your air. The TV station wins because you're identifying them as the news station. Could you simulcast the TV station's afternoon or evening news? If this is the only way that your manpower levels permit you to have local news on radio, this is an opportunity. Admittedly, radio people love to look down their nose at TV audio because there are a lot of visual references in it, but you are enabling listeners to access something with which they have affinity. They may be brand loyal to that TV station. And if it's the only way you can afford to do local news in the afternoon, and if the TV station is promoting it accordingly, this could drive a lot of tune-in to your station in the afternoon. Spots disguised as newscasts is another option for stations that can't afford to staff local news at the radio station. The first time I heard this was on a light FM station in Minneapolis, and this has been done elsewhere. Here's the deal. The familiar face from the TV newscast does a live headline package or a live on-tape 60-second package. Here's what we're working on for tonight's 6 p.m. news. And he or she reads headlines for a minute, then hands off to the radio station's traffic reporter, who then teases the weather forecast into a spot, and after a commercial, the weather comes on. And here's the punchline. That was a commercial for the TV station disguised as an afternoon radio newscast. Why all of these synergies, which bring assets to radio, are of value to TV is that radio takes TV to the final frontier. We're how they get their brand in car. In conclusion, music alone is fraught. We have too many competitors. Streams, Pandora, Alexa, Sirius XM, YouTube. Information hooks give people other reasons to keep coming back. And information hooks are premium sales inventory. Focus your information on threats to listeners' daily routine. Is severe weather threatening to block their path? Is there a traffic tangle? Explore synergies with a local TV station. 1 + 1 can equal more than 2. All of the above is all about improving our advertisers' results by adding occasions of tune-in. And these techniques are about packaging what we do and about our information assets. But the most important asset is our product, what distinguishes us from all the other listeners' audio options, how we report day-to-day local news, who, what, where, when, why. And that's what we optimize in the 4-week Tune-In Tune-Up. You can find out about it at hollandcooke.com.